So yeah, like we were saying, you know, with this podcast, I'm trying to highlight the greats, the successful people that comes across me. And this one of my good guys. Like I met this man like years ago. And since then he haven't stopped. He stayed consistent, producing, engineering. And now we working on taking something to the next level. We're about to open up this creative space where people like you and whoever else want to come along, y'all can come along and y'all can come rent out our rooms, and y'all can come book some studio time, or you could come film a podcast like something like this. You know, and we just finna catch a vibe with y'all right now. We finna talk with y'all, we finna catch a vibe, let y'all know about Create Victory, what this podcast is about, what this mindset is about. Create Victory ain't just a podcast, it's a mindset of manifestation and creating everything that's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, me and bro, we just got done talking to the realtor. You know, first we talked about this shit months ago, right?
Yeah.
Months ago, I was still down from the injury. We first started talking about it. But at the end of the day, from there, now we taking steps and steps and steps and steps. Every day, bro, need more partners, more videographers that's going to come in and be a part of our team. And with me, I'm talking to the realtor. I'm trying to find the spaces. It's about people playing their lanes and playing their spaces. You know what I mean? And, you know, why do you want to do this space and let the people know from your words and point of view what we working on? And so when they see it, because after this video, after this podcast, maybe like in another 2-3 weeks, we're going to do another video and we're going to be touring the spot. You feel me? So just get them a little bit of you, who you is, and, you know, let them know about the space. You know, first let them know about who you are, then let them know about what we working on, what we finna start doing. You feel me?
Right,
before we get into other topics.
All right, 87. Producer, audio engineer. Been about to be getting into this event production real soon. Trying to get y'all shit jigging. And with this space, basically, the way I look at it, everybody gotta eat.
Everybody gotta eat.
Everybody gotta eat. And it's like,
shit.
Everybody been, like every creative in the city done been in a situation before where they done been working under somebody else, like studio or a workspace. And it's like, the numbers wasn't adding up, but it's like, if you gonna work under somebody else's situation and pay them out of your work, you might as well have your own situation. So I'm like, that's pretty much where I'm at with it. And it's like, I'm not trying to just do this exclusively music anymore. I'm trying to do like just media in general for the reason we trying to build this team, you know, where we can just cover like anything you need done, whether it's music, podcasts, you doing YouTube videos, just content creation of any type of sort. You might just be trying to get your TikTok busting. We can do that for you too. Like, so.
Real shit.
Definitely gonna be more to come. And we gonna be doing big things. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, we gotta get it busting.
We put love back in the business, if you ask me. You feel me? That's why I take from what you're saying. Like you say, there's a lot of people, they be struggling, they going through this, they going through that. But everywhere they go, people just trying to get their money. They ain't trying to really, you know, care about their vision and what they're really trying to do. They just trying to just do quick business. They ain't trying to build nothing for the long haul. It's like, give me your money, get up out of here.
Pockets and trying to move on. Where it's like, bro, like,
and they can just get so bigger.
Nobody's building relationships like that. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. People trying to, like, somebody be trying to get some work done and they won't like, you know, the price point like that. You know, somebody's bringing them and then it's like there's no like compromise. Where it's like there's a lot of ways to negotiate business. Like it ain't always got to be just straight dollars up front. Like sometimes people can do other stuff with, you know, the work you're doing for them. Like, so like, let's just say if you like a visual worker, or you do graphic design or whatever, somebody might ask you to like, you know, get a visual together for them. And you might not, their price point might be too much for you. But like a way for you to negotiate that with them is like, if you're gonna get a visual done from somebody, you should make merch out of that visual and then pay them out of your merch as opposed to like having to pay them up front. And that's just the way to look at it.
Damn, that was a good idea. And that's back to tapping in, like I was telling you about the Create Victory Podcast. You know, like what we trying to let the creators know is that, you know, you can be your own businessman nowadays. You know, like we are the executives nowadays, and that was just a dope idea. Like that's kind of what I've been on with everything. Strategical, smart ideas. How can we take to the next level? So he basically said, what you would do, you would tell a videographer, you know, this may not work, but if somebody might rock with that, they really rock with your hustle, your personality, this person that you really is. And a lot of times videographers do videos for artists because they do believe in them. But sometimes that relationship, it goes sour. Because we got to know how to keep people paid, keep them satisfied, keep them evolved. So now you can tell the videographer, look, I don't got the money to pay you right now, but we can write in a contract to where you can get 20% of all my merch. So that means 10%, 15%, but that means, say if you only wanted $500 for the video. Now you might be in the realm of getting $5,000 or $500,000. My merch might go crazy. And you might get that now. And now that might just make you say, you know what, okay, cool. I ain't gonna just take $50,000 for my boy for one video. As a videographer, you gonna say, keep me on the merch team and I'll keep shooting you videos. Right?
Graphic designer too. Like
the graphic designer, whoever.
Like,
yeah.
You got somebody doing a logo for you, flyers, anything like that.
I like
bro.
that.
If you don't want to
like that.
Like, if you don't got the funds to really pay people for that work, then you gotta find other means to like get them their money down the line and legit don't sell nobody the dream knowing you're not gonna make no money off of it. Like you gotta be real where you at with your content and your artistry or whatever. You have to understand like before you even go into like trying to get like content done, you have to think about what am I gonna do with this content? Am I gonna just make this and just put it out or just throw this event or whatever? Or am I actually gonna like make something out of this? Like, cause like, yeah, you could throw an event one day and you could have like, you know, you might get a flyer made for that event, but you can make merch out of that flyer. You know, you may have shirts and stuff people could buy, especially if you're throwing an event that's like, you know, it's a, you know, an event like it jump off and, you know, it's a lot of people there. And if it's like, you know, a lot of people, they have themed events and stuff like around holidays and stuff. Make merch for that. When people get there, have a little table or whatever, you know, and if you had to pay somebody for anything around that event, you could be like, you got merch funds that's coming in that you could like cut off some of that money off the top that you had to pay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just ways to like at least help you break even when you're doing different stuff.
I'm sorry, but how did you learn this type shit? Is this just like being a businessman, or is like, was you an artist before? Or,
I mean, just in like being an engineer,
or just watching a bunch of artists and just kind of be thinking strategic, like, man, this is what he probably should be doing.
Well, I mean, this experience, like when I was in school, you know, I just heard different like stories about. Like I had a teacher when I was going to school. He told me about a story where he was working with this young lady that was a singer, and she came in with a song, and she asked him to reproduce the song for her, whatever, you know, make it a little bit more modern. So then he helped her make the song or whatever, and then just randomly one day, I guess, you know, somebody heard it and was like, yo, we want to talk to you, and then like she got flew out to like a label, and he never heard from her, and he know that she was up. And he didn't have his papers or nothing like that and stuff like that. And then he was like, ever since then, he never really just went out on a limb to help somebody that didn't have funds for nothing. She didn't really have the money to get the work done. So, you know, they kind of was, that was his experience when he was like, okay, if I work with somebody that doesn't have the funds that's an artist, he would have it in writing where it's like, well, if you don't have the money to pay me, I definitely want like credits towards this for whatever happens to the song, where it's like, if this song does blow up, I at least want some backing on that. And you gotta have that in writing out the jump. You can't, because it's gonna be hard to negotiate that down the line after it blow up, because like her and whoever's around her now is gonna do whatever
lawyers
in their
and stuff
power.
now, huh?
Yeah,
she got lawyers and stuff. She got money to fight you.
You feel me? If you ain't got it in writing already, like once it blow up, it's gonna be hard to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like it's up to them and they goodwill at that point. So, so he was just like, I never put myself in a situation where I'll just like just go out on a limb for somebody because they didn't have the money, but at least like work out something like, you know, there's other ways of compensation. Like hell, I remember one time I had a guy that wanted to get like a little mixtape done or whatever, and it was around the holidays, and he said, he came to me straight like, yo, I don't got the money for this, but I got this PS4 I had on layaway and a bunch of games and stuff. And he was like, look, I'm gonna get that out. I'm just gonna give it to you, like to pay, you know, the rest of that for that mixtape. He showed me the receipts, how much everything ran. I'm like, well, I mean, that's compensation, right?
Yeah, so you probably would have bought that anyway.
I didn't have a PS4 at the time, so it was like, you know what I mean? It's just little stuff like that. So,
real shit.
Like, you know.
And then I just want to tell a story too. One time I messed up so bad because I think I messed up about at least a few times, at least like 2 or 3 times. And I say the artists' names too. One of the artists I still fuck with now to this day. We kind of got a relationship, but I feel like it would have been tighter if I wouldn't have tried to charge him so soon. Was my boy Hypno Carlito. You heard of him?
I believe so, yeah.
He was OTF or whatever. He signed with Lil Durk and all that. We still cool though. We still kind of cool. We still talk shit in the DM. But when I met him, I literally met him in my barbershop. You know what I mean? Like one of the other barbers was his uncle, and we met each other like we was down there friends. We was kicking it a lot. But I picked up the camera. I started shooting videos and shit. And I shot this first one for free. But then when he wanted to shoot another, I told him $50. You know what I'm saying? Right. See, I ain't had no money for real coming in like that at the time, so I told him $50. And basically, he wanted to negotiate with me to keep doing it for free. So basically, he was making good points because he did make it to where he's at today. So, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to stay being a videographer either, though. Right. That was something I was just doing for the money. So, you know, sometimes you would just do some shit for the money, and it's like, if I'm not making no money, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Because I got into this to do it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a creator. It's like, how do I make this money? At the end of the day, I want to be a rapper like everybody else want to be a rapper. You feel me? But I was hopping the other lanes. Like, I'll be a barber. So I'm cutting everybody that want to be fresh and want to be this and be that so I can make some money. Or I'll be a videographer so I can shoot the videos for everybody that want to be cool and be dope and get footage so I can make money. And another one was Spenzo, because I had a studio before too, and I knew how to engineer a little bit to the point where people was coming over and paying me for it. And my little brother, you know what I mean, this is my baby mama's little brother, but he like my little brother. He basically like, man, one of my homies, he went to school with him at the time. He's like, man, he blowing up, man. He want to come record this song. I think it was Rifle, because I feel like right after that, he really blew the fuck up, you feel me, and that song dropped, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, he want to just come record this song at your studio, you feel me? Like, he gonna have somebody else mixing and all that. He want to just come record it. I'm like, well, tell him I'm just gonna charge him $20 an hour. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just gonna charge him $20. He got the song already recorded in 2 hours or something. That'd just be like $40. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm always just trying to get some money. Like, just give me the 40. You know what I mean? He didn't come because he probably didn't have 40. You know? But I ain't no business either. So I'm just saying, in hindsight, it's like if I knew everything that we saying, I would have been like, all right, tell me he could come do it, but he got to give me credits and he got to give me this and that percentage on the song, and we gone. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That probably would have took me to a certain spot. Or the same thing with him. No, all right, but I'll shoot all your videos, but you got to give me this, you got to give me that. I need features from you probably and all these certain different things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, just about knowing the business and negotiating. So that was... I hear a lot of people talk about that. They say a lot of people miss opportunities. They think it got to be money attached to it every time, you know?
All money ain't fast money at the end of the day. Like,
make it slow, and there might be some big money.
And sometimes you might
be some big money to make it slow.
And you might not make nothing at all sometimes. Like, because that's part of making.
That's part of the game.
Like, you know what I mean? You might make an investment that don't pan out, but then you might have made another investment that take care of all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like.
That's real. That's real. We tap into some real shit, man. Let me go up here to the paperwork. Create Victory Podcast. Like I said, it's different things I want to talk about. And I feel like we've been in the finance realm, the creativity realm, the investments, you know, culture, music, the things that we're doing. One thing I want to talk about, that I said with the Create Victory Podcast, I also wanted to curate. We curating taste. We spreading knowledge. We spreading high quality value, but we still want to curate taste, because a lot of people don't know how to have swag. You know what I'm saying? Like Picaso swag, that's my name for a reason, you know? I really enjoy having swag. I really know how to flip it and dip it and do it different ways and have fun and enjoy it. So one of the things I want to do too, like I said, with the Create Victory Podcast, we talking to the people that's already on that level, and we talking to people that's trying to get on that level, and hopefully we talking to people that's above that level that still see us as entertaining and be like, man, I remember when we was on that level, I fuck with them. I want to listen to what they got to talk about. So one of the main things that we talked about before, you know what I'm saying, we started filming, that was in my drip talk. You know, drip talk, and we talking about the swag, and we talking about, you know, how to get fresh and how to get fly. And we was talking about people rocking, you know, fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Fake kicks or fake clothes or this and that. And basically, before you get your opinion, because you know you gave it to me earlier, and I want to just kind of bring it like this. You can just say whatever you say. I see it different ways. Like, I remember hearing Ocho Cinco when he was saying he wear fake shit. You know what I'm saying? Even as being like a, you know, top NFL player, like, I'm wearing fake shit. Because people can't tell, and why waste my money on that? You see what I'm saying? And it was like an eye opener for me, though, to be honest. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Youngers here killing each other for that shit and all that. So I feel like, damn, I like that message. And I think more people should come out and tell the truth if that's what they got going on. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. I guess if you tell that truth, do you lose some prestige? But it's like somebody like him, when he told the truth, did he lose some prestige in your eyes?
I mean, it's when it comes to like clothes and stuff, it's like, I don't say he lost prestige, but it's kind of like, I just feel like if you don't want to support a brand, just don't rock that brand.
I see what you said.
You know what I mean? Because like,
you
if you
deeper shit now, you done went to the ooh.
You know what I mean? Because like, if you gonna rock fake shit, that means you don't fuck.
You're not
that
supporting
brand.
that brand.
You're not trying to support that brand.
But you wearing they shit.
So it's like,
you want they look, you want they image, but you ain't putting no money in their pocket.
So I feel like
that's
somebody
fucked up.
that got
you taking
money,
their creativity, you taking their brand, you taking everything they work hard on, and you paying, you know, you paying the bootleggers basically instead of the brand.
Like a lot of that design stuff.
Okay, that was kind of
where it's
real.
like a lot of people where it's like you would expect somebody that don't got money to say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for a person that don't got money, I would tell them, it's like, that's just not for you. Because it's
don't
like,
wear that shit, yeah.
They don't make that for people that don't got money. That's just keeping it look like these brands know who's coming about. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you don't
I'm glad I'm wrong. You on drip talk, bro. You drip talk, bro. You talking this shit.
That's
you making it
real.
That's what I'm saying. See, the thing, I hate keep plugging the name, but I just dislike the first episode, so I don't want to have to keep saying about the Curating Victory Podcast. But the thing about the Curating Victory Podcast, I really want to say real shit, and I want to teach people this shit, teach them the game with the shit that we're talking about. And like I said, with that conversation, I knew it can go different ways, and that's why I want to have these conversations with different people besides shooting by myself, because I can sit here and I can shoot these bitches by myself sometimes. But you just bringing a level of understanding on so many sides. I remember like one thing, because I ain't gonna lie, that's what I like to fuck with, like having like OGs and shit in the hood. I remember as a shorty, right, I used to like to buy fake ass chains and fake ass shit like from the beauty supply and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And one day, shit, I was in a corner store and shit, you feel me? And I'm looking at the fake ass rings and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm asking Muhammad now, like, hey, let me get that one right there, you feel me? And one drug dealer, he walked past like, shorty, if you can't, buy the real shit, don't wear that shit, you feel me? And he just really kind of like talked down to me, but talked real to me. He was like, man, look, the motivation is being able to afford that shit. You buying this fake shit, you tricking yourself. You thinking that you really on this level and that level, that's gonna keep you broke. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, put that shit down. Don't buy that shit until you can get the real shit. I still bought that shit, but I was just like, I bought it when he left. You know what I'm saying? I was like, give me a big hot plate of cheese then, fuck it. I'll come back, let me get that ring though. What'd you say, $5? Let me get that motherfucking ring. Well, I'm wearing this shit tonight to the party, you feel me?
I mean, he was putting you on game.
But he was putting you on game.
So you might not realize it in a moment.
I felt like that when you were just talking. That's how I felt.
That's what I was saying. Like, bro, if you can't support the brand, like, you don't fuck with it. Just support who you can support. I feel like a lot of people, they be wanting to wear some of this stuff to, like, just for validation, basically, because everybody else wearing it. You see, like, rappers or whoever else wearing all these brands. It's like you trying to feel like you at that status. Then it's like, granted, some of us can afford it, but it's like most of us can't afford it for a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? So it's like most people, they buying designers for like a random, just for like their birthday or for like for an occasion. That's like that's not your everyday.
It's birthday shit. You feel me?
It's not your norm. So I don't know why people try to act like, you know what I mean?
For real, you're right.
But support who you can, like, and let that be your motivation. Because like the people that can afford it, they not looking at it like it's a status thing, or they're not looking at it like, oh, I'm more of a person, or you have to look at me with more respect because I'm buying it. That's their Walmart. You know what I mean? That's their Target. That's their Macy's. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they not looking at it like, oh, I'm going to Saks, I'm going to the Louis store. They looking at it like, I'm just going to the store.
So then I guess you just attended a lot of real shit. But what do you think about, I guess, a rich man doing then? What was his thing for doing it?
Well,
because he was rich.
Well, I mean, at that point, I feel like he doing it for the status.
He want to fake flex for a low price.
He just want people looking like.
Is it because the NBA, the NFL, they money ain't guaranteed? So he probably. I put my shades on too, man. Cool.
I mean, it could be because his money not guaranteed, but he also could be a guy where like, I just don't.
But he put it on to get the bitches or something, right? Yeah, he put it on to stay. He put it on for the reason, ain't it?
He like, look, I'm not finna blow my money, but I'm still gonna look rich.
Still gonna. Because I'm rich, so I gotta look rich.
Because he know when he pull out his money out his pocket.
I still think that's kind of smart, though. I still think it's kind of smart. I see what you're saying with business and not supporting the brand. But it's like a lot of these brands ain't really in our best interest and shit anyway, though. So it's like, I fuck with it. I'm in the middle with that. The Gucci's and shit like that. We have these talks about them anyway. They make little racist clothes and things like that sometimes. So I kind of fuck with it. This is also funny shit. It's like I'm enjoying. He trolling the bitches when he pop out like that. He trolling this rest of the homies. He trolling the rest of the NFL players because they spending all their hard money, and he coming out with it.
But at the end of the day, I put it to you like this. I feel like even for a lot of these athletes and rappers, well, I probably school the NBA. NBA getting different type of money than NFL. But like with NFL players, it's like they get money, but like unless you got crazy endorsements and everything, your money ain't like super crazy. So I can see why he probably ain't in the mindset of blowing money on designer and stuff. But it's also like, just rock what you like. You know what I mean? If you rocking it to impress people or just for that status appeal, it's like, what you doing it for? Like, just rock what you like.
Alright, this is the last part about that. So what about that then? What about if you do like it, but you just don't want to pay that price? So if you can get something that look just like it, a replica for that price, is you wrong? Ocho Cinco, I think he had some endorsements and shit. So I think he had some bread because he was the type of person. He had his own shoe or some shit, didn't he?
I mean, look, if you got money and you can afford these things, but you still don't want to spend that type of money on that type of stuff, I just feel like just shop with brands that you fuck with, like. Because I feel like he's not doing it because he really like it. I feel like he's doing it because like he knows people gonna look at him like, oh, he got money, the bitch is gonna get on him or whatever. It's like it ain't like, cause I don't know.
That's real though. I mean, all right, so we will tell the people what we was talking about earlier. We was talking about, the shoes, the people that have the real shoe, but then they go get a fake one because they don't want to rock the real one. So what was your take on that? You think that's dumb? Or would you do that?
Nah.
You wouldn't do that?
Nah.
So you gotta just buy 2 pair of the real ones. If you gonna have one to rock and one to stock, if they have to say it, one to rock, one to stock.
I mean, like if it's that deep for you, like I'm a person like just wear your shoes. Like if you got,
you say wear your shit, you wear all your shit.
I wear my shit. Like unless I know I have this for the reason of trying to make money on it. In that case, it's probably not the shoe I want. I just know it is gonna like hit for some bread at some point. You know what I mean? Because I did the reselling a little bit for a little minute, so it's like I get that. Like sometimes you're gonna grab a shoe because of the value and not because you want it. But in that case, I'm not rocking that shoe. You know what I mean? But like, if it's a shoe that you rocking, like, I ain't gonna put no names out there, but like, I know some people where it's like they had a pair of the first Travis Scott ones that came out.
Yeah.
The price on them went crazy. Like, they bought like 2 bands now, probably. But they bought a fake pair probably for like under retail. I got for like 150, 120 or something.
Damn.
And them the ones they rock. Look just like the pair they got for, originally or whatever, but it's like they not gonna rock a shoe because they feel like the shoe is worth too much money to be putting on the ground. But see, that's a mindset where it's like, it's not in your bracket right now. It's not in your tax bracket.
You shouldn't even be wearing it.
You know what I mean? Because that's the same
thing.
When
these ballers, when they buy they, like you say, off-whites and shit like that, they
yeah, we be seeing,
they performing that shit.
PJ Tucker be
hooping
his
shit.
Off-whites. You feel like KD be hooping these Travis
shit.
Scotts. They ain't tripping on it. Now, granted, they might have got some of these for the free ball, but it's like, still, it's like, it's a mindset thing where it's like, if you gonna buy a pair,
that's crazy. When you get rich, you don't even pay for that much shit no more.
That's another thing people gotta really think about. Why these rich people, they getting this stuff gifted to them because they built relationships with these people. But like with sneakers, I look at it like the same way as people look at like this designer shit now. Because like you see, because now it's like if you gotta pay this much for a pair of sneakers, right? If your mentality is like, I don't want to wear these, this just wasn't the shoe for you to buy. Like, and I don't know, you just move on to the next one at that point. Like,
real shit. Hey,
the sneakers is the new designer shit for real. Cause like when you see a lot of these rappers and stuff now, they wearing all the designer shit. And a lot of them start wearing them designer shoes and shit. A lot of them be going on doing interviews. People ask them how they feel about different designer shoes. They be like, worst purchase I ever made. Cause a lot of them saying the designer shoes don't be comfortable. Exactly. As far as like the designer gym shoes.
Exactly. And I never bought a pedal. I was gonna get a fake pedal. You know what I'm saying? I know some motherfuckers in the city, they got some good fake shit.
The only designer shoes I ever bought was some dress shoes.
Some dress shoes.
Cause like,
they got some designer shoes for real though. I don't think so.
I never got no designer sneakers that shit.
Yeah, cause it's just be like, sometimes like they just basically biting the style of other sneakers anyway, and then charge you the arm and the leg for it, cause they put a feather sole on.
Yeah, I got some motherfucking Jordans that cost more than niggas designer, so it's like, shit, it just be like that.
Talk your shit, man. Talk your motherfucking shit.
But that's what you be saying, like motherfuckers be like designered out and then have some J's on. Like that's kind of the new wave.
So, so with that being said, now let's go back to what we were trying to get at too though, cause I guess I'm trying to get at a point of like the shorties and shit, how to get them out of the mindset that they gotta wear designer and Jordan and woo. You know what I mean? Like, what can we tell the shorties that can't afford this shit? Since they can't afford it in their bracket, give them a fit, give them a shoe, like, give them something under 200. Like, how can they get fresh? Like, where should they should they get fresh?
You really can't tell them nothing. You gotta show them, like, because they gonna go off what they see. Everybody is visual learners.
Everybody rocking design. Everybody wearing this and this is what they want. This is what they gonna want, basically. Like, this is what you're saying?
Yeah, like, because they gonna see it. That's what they gonna.
Because I feel like I be getting fresh like for a decent price, and people be loving it. You feel me? Female shit like that. It's like, I don't know where I found this at. I swear, I feel like I found it in the motherfucking thrift store though. You see what I'm saying? You can find shit like this in the thrift store.
I mean,
but and you can still mix it with the fly shit, the urban shit. So if I would say one thing, I would say you can get small jewelry. Like I got little bitty ass chains on, that's real. I can't get the biggest ones right now, so I'm cool with the little ones. I ain't gotta be like little baby with big ass, you know what I'm saying? Placing plates, and you know, and now as I get older and older, it's like, damn, I feel like I'm finding my own little wave with this subtle thing. Like girls, they like that subtle shit a little bit. You feel me? You put a nice little sweat on with your little chain, they looking like, damn, I like, he's standing out more because he's not trying to stand out. Yeah. So that's like, I'm just giving a little game on how you can be fly and be different. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just went to Old Navy recently. It's because I was like, I'm tired of wearing shit that's so logoed up and this and that. I'm like, where do I get some other clothes from that just...
Yeah,
some plain shit. You feel me? And I was fly as hell. I took a little female on a day. She's like, you look so nice. She just kept saying it all day. And I was like, I gotta keep this going. You feel me?
Man, that's subtle shit.
I had on some 290s, or what them called 290s, the Air Maxes. 270. I'm talking about 290. I'm thinking about the hood. You see, this is my man here with Drip Talk. He helping me get it all the way dripping. You feel me? I'm still figuring this shit out as I go. But I had them bitches on them like the $200 shoes, but the outfit was damn near less than 100 or just 100. From a little scully, the motherfucking flannel, the little shirt under it, the motherfucking pants. And there was little neutral colors and this and that. You know, we coming into the fall. So now I just been brainstorming different. I'm like, damn, let me get into different little ways. And shoes can still be a little expensive because that's what I like. But
like for me,
I'm getting older. I don't want to feel like I gotta chase chrome heart jeans. That's what everybody wearing right now. I gotta chase this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still rock it because it look fly and I'll be wanting to be a part of it. But then I want to still have other shit that people don't do. Be on my Bryson Tiller type shit. You feel me? Motherfuckers be dressing plain, but still got your chick looking.
Man, one thing I'm trying to learn is like, low-key starting to get out of like wearing shit. They got like logos, like hella logos and shit on it.
I'm trying to too.
Because it's like, it don't look good with a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to like, you wear like, you get a shirt where it's like, it's clean, but it's kind of plainish. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
you can rock it with a lot of shit.
Because like, I look back to when, you know, a lot of people didn't understand why people used to wear like the Ralph Lauren like V-necks and shit, where it's just like, just a regular V-neck, white tee, whatever, but it's got the little for that's subtle. Like, it's got a plain tee, it's nice. That shit, and then also, I'm pretty sure like, you know, them Ralph Lauren tees are probably a little better quality than the tees.
Nice little cotton.
So it's like,
sit on your muscles.
So it's like, I look back to like little waves like that where I'm like, I see why that like kind of hit.
Right, that was
like,
a wave.
Cause like you could rock something real subtle and shit, you know, and then it's like, and then you can even go back before that one, like we had the little white tee era. It was like, white tee was just basic and simple, but everybody
was fly.
But you feel me? But everybody dripped because that's when we had all the different types of jeans. We had the bows,
the jeans was crazy.
Monkeys, and then everybody had like
the jeans was the designs on it.
It was just your jeans and
Alpha Dodger.
Yup.
The jeans and the kicks.
But we was rocking white tees.
The white tees, yeah. Because it would have been crazy if it was like a crazy ass graphic tee with that. You would just look graphic up. You would just look like you just got too many logos everywhere.
But that's how some people rock and they look crazy.
So this, I guess, you type of doing a lot of shit, man. You keeping this drip talk going as long as I was expecting to talk about this thing, but it's fly how you going with it. So where you think the trends come from? I always be thinking of that question. Like, you know what I mean? Do it come, like, what do you think come from?
The trends, I mean,
the change. Why do it change?
You trying new stuff, and it's like, you know, you gonna have like most people, they gonna go for what they mainly see, like, you know, probably rappers rocking, or not just rappers, but like just different celebrities and shit. You know, they kind of show you the new like high fashion drip and shit like that.
How you well, I guess they gotta be true.
But then at the same time, when you see a lot of these like celebrities out here, they be on some whole next like level shit with they fashion to the point where like you ain't gonna see too many regular people coming out in a Russell Westbrook fit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and that's not to knock his drip, but it's like, bro, that ain't, you know, he got his own type of drip kind of type shit.
You ain't gonna find nobody with that shit.
I feel like more people gotta peep that part of it and be like, bro, just make up your own drip, like wear the type of shit you like instead of like chasing everybody else shit. And granted, y'all might both fuck with designer, but find the shit in that brand with designer that you fuck with. Like everybody just trying to rock all the same shit. It's like everybody looking like the same old John Doe type vibe. It's like, bro, just find your drip with that shit.
Well, look, let me tap into something I was thinking though. I was thinking sometimes, like you could say celebrities, but I be thinking like how we just all just connected, you know what I mean? Like spiritually and mentally, like just the people around the world. And I feel like sometimes shit be coming from like a different country, like a certain country, certain places like a hot spot. And then like whatever's trending about them, it kind of like washes around the world.
Yeah.
Like music, clothes, like a lot of things, you know what I mean? It's like you have a certain moment, like right now, it's kind of like how we have like this Latin type of little wave going on.
Yeah.
You know, why is it so hot?
Yeah.
Then that drives into the drip. You know what I mean? We start rocking a little different shit. You know, black men wearing hoop earrings. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking them too. You feel me? It just drives us to the drip. Maybe that wasn't even in our presence right now. Maybe it came from in that lane, or you know. And then like one thing I remember too. I remember Kanye West. So sometimes it come from a celebrity, but sometimes it come from them going to a different country. Yeah. I remember him saying like kids in London with it. So sometimes it be coming from kids too. Like sometimes, like you know, the wave. So sometimes, basically, what I'm trying to say, sometimes a celebrity, they did off the world, the streets first, and then it became.
Yeah,
they put it to the world, to everybody's attention. But Kanye was saying the kids, for some reason, he said they was so fresh. Or this was A$AP Rocky, one of them. They started being on some different shit, so they started rocking like orthopedic shoes. He said like basically like this was before Balenciaga and everybody did it. Like the kids out there in London, they were just wearing, you know, big ass orthopedic shoes, like, you know, like strap, the big ass strap shit that you just go buy, like your grandma's feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it was Kanye, one of them, who was saying like that's why I designed my Yeezy like that or something like that, made it a big shoes. I'm like, this was going there, you know, something like that. I think he was saying Balenciaga made his shoe after that, or he was saying shit like that. But he was saying, but it's cold though, you know.
Shit, they playing Balenciaga, big Skechers, because Skechers got it.
Yeah,
it's like the Triple S.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He was like, Kanye was basically saying like the kids in London, they was wearing ugly shoes like that on purpose, like they brought the dead, you know what I mean? Or like dead hats. Why did that become a wave real quick?
That's kind of where it was happening, because Fitness was busting for a minute, then it went to the snapback. You know, everybody was fucking with the snapbacks, and it was like, what comes after snapbacks? You gotta get in that brim. How we ever did. Like, it
should be evolution, don't it?
Basically.
It's like swag is like weather. It's on the way.
It's like
the swag is on the way. Like you gotta catch that shit, or you could be like, I see what's going on. I'll do a little bit of that, but I'm still gonna do this. I ain't gonna get too caught in the wave to where I'm gonna change my whole swag. But give me the day. I grab one thing out of it.
Shit. The way I learned was, if some shit just get to taking on, I'm like, I can see, I can drip that. I mean, I might drip the whole thing, but it's like I might like.
That's how I be too. I had to stop hating, because I used to hate like, man, I don't like that, man. Why everybody want to do this? Why everybody do that, man? That ain't this, that ain't that. But then it's just like, fuck it. I just started fucking with almost every wave. Now it makes it fun to me personally. It makes it to be like a part of life, a part of the flow of life. It's like, you feel me? It's like you enjoying the season. It's fall right now. You like, no, it ain't. It's winter. Like, nigga, no, it's not, nigga. It's fall. The whole world is in fall. You want to act like it's summer. You know what I'm saying? So I had to realize that, like, my bad for cutting you off, but I used to wear like certain colors around a certain season. Now I'm like, I ain't gonna do that no more. It's fall now. Yeah. You be saying it don't matter?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Like, I wouldn't wear like my summery type shirt though. Like, I got like shirts that's like, this is kind of like them silky joints. How do you got them? And this,
that's
I wouldn't wear that.
But see, that's
in the fall.
That ain't the materials for the fall.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
just
made
for
shit.
Like,
okay. But it's like when it comes to colors and shit, it's like I don't really like putting no season to the colors. Like, yeah, you're not going too often. Like, probably. Now, the only reason you don't think that you would wear certain colors in certain seasons because you don't have clothes of that color for that season. Because most of your colors are probably short sleeve shirts.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
the designers make it like that though. It's like you gotta follow what they doing. Like, they the instructors. You feel me? Like, you're gonna be the designer, but they you know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to find no loud ass flannels for real. Like, most flannels is in certain colors.
Well, I can't say that. Like, I mean, I don't seen some loud ass flannels.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, you got it, but you know, you right. But I'm just saying, like, well, what is like a summery ass, wild ass, like, shit people be wearing? Like, I can't think about it, but I just be thinking about it when I'm in that season. I'm like, see, look how everybody dressed. They would not wear this. It's like, even you just see grown ass men that's super tough just wearing shit that look like, you know what I mean? They're a little kid or something. Like, they wearing colorful ass shorts and, you know what I mean? Like, shit that you normally, they wouldn't wear shit like that. It's like it just feels so good. I'm finna just wear this shit. My wife bought them or some shit probably. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been studying this shit, trying to tap into it. I've been starting to like care. Like, okay, I'm gonna research the history of Balenciaga. Who is this and who is that? That been helping me though. That make me want to buy it now. That's what made me feel what you said. Like when I research like a Mary or something like that. Like, okay, this guy ain't even that. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a young dude right now hustling like we hustling. So why would we not support him? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I was feeling about Virgil.
The same thing with Virgil and stuff like that. So that's real. Used to look at all these companies just like it's some granddaddy company that been out since the 1800s. You know what I mean? Like Gucci and Louis, that's kind of how they is. Or they kind of did been out since that long, but they was just making like trunks and shit like that.
Yeah, well,
and cases.
That's generational wealth and its finest right there. I'm what they been doing this shit for so long.
Yeah. So sometimes I used to get mad when you bite that way, but like what you was saying earlier though, it's a lot of black designers out now. It's a lot of urban designers, a lot of designers, local designers basically that's making dope shit right now. So that's cool though. There's a lot of people you could support. You feel me? Like you ain't gotta bite this and that and you know what I mean?
Like y'all, if you want a good black designer to mess with right now before he blow up and get big, James Whitney, I'm on here. Cause like he's been getting a lot of collabs with like brands and stuff.
We gonna put his name right there. We gonna put his ad name right there.
Yeah, like that's a designer where it's like he's starting to do a lot of work with like you know just mid-tier brands like Nike and Jordan and motherfuckers like that. But he does a lot of his own stuff too, and it's like he kind of like looking like he's like the next Virgil or something like that. So it's like, that's somebody that I support now before he even blows up. Cause it's like, when he do, it's like shit. Hopefully, you know, I'm in that place where I can still support him, but it's like, yeah, you know, support him while they
Where you from? You from Chicago?
He's from Atlanta.
Oh.
I believe, well, he works in Atlanta. I'm not sure if he's from Atlanta or not. You know, don't quote me on it, but.
You got some of his stuff?
Yeah, I got, I like, low-key, I got all his collabs he did with Jordan so far.
You bought his shit? You bought him?
Yeah, I got the
You doing collabs with Jordan?
Yeah, I got the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s.
Okay, you guys.
Actually, you seen me with the tools on one time, whole time when we was at Spaz's event.
Nah, I remember saying something about your tools. You be having some fly shoes, man. You gotta send me a picture of his shoes so I can put them bitches in here while we talking about it.
You know he got a pair coming out this month. He dropping some 4s.
Okay. You gotta send me his name, send me a picture of that. That's dope. You feel me? That's what we on with Curating Victory, you know what I'm saying, podcast. Like, we highlighting people that's inspiring. They right there. So people be reachable and they doing dope shit, man. Right now we at the point where you know, top brands, they want to collab with the culture. They want to collab with young people like us that got ideas. So he said his man's working with Jordan. Like, that's fire, man. I'm definitely gonna tap in with him. I want you to tell the people about that app too, though, with all the kicks and the shoes and shit you was showing me. Like, people can just, like, you know, find shit for discount prices, but you know, they gotta become a member. They gotta, you know, become, you know, selected to be a part of it. But it's some exclusive shit. But we gonna highlight them and let you know what they got going on.
All right, so it's this service called Soul Savvy. If you like trying to get some shoes, you know, if you a sneakerhead or just somebody that's like, you know, you just trying to get shoes at a reasonable price, like they'll mess with you. Like people definitely be looking out for you in there, like get you shoes for the retail. You know, sometimes under. They got, you know, they do stuff for clothes and stuff in there too. So like a lot of these designer brands, they be selling out quick. You definitely find some of that stuff in there too. But it is a membership to it. I believe it's $30 a month, but they do have like a yearly subscription. That's like, you know, you'll save like $100 or something on a year with that. But yeah, we're gonna show y'all some pictures, videos of it probably on the side. I'm gonna show y'all some of that. Show you some of the deals that I made, some of the stuff I got, and like all the stuff is legit. You get your stuff legit checked through there, all that good stuff. Like if anything goes sour with any transaction in there, your money or your stuff will get reimbursed. So don't even worry about like any what ifs. Like you will be covered on all fronts. Like you messing with their service, it's legit. It's not no food regular.
That's what's up, man. That's why I told y'all this one of my good guys, man. It's a good brother right here, man. And I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of these Create Victory shirts too, man. I ain't taking them out the package yet because I'm selling these motherfuckers. Y'all gotta come down, but you know, I designed these bitches myself. You know, I do a little drawing and shit like that. like he said, man, I'm one of those black designers coming up. You see, you got the nice little material, you know, it's packaged and all this. So I'm gonna have a link to these out here eventually, but you know, right now, I'm just showing y'all what's to come. This only one shirt, one design. I got a lot more coming, and I got some hats and some jackets and all that. So create, you know what I'm saying, victory. Like make the shit that you love and rock the shit that you love. Do the things that you want to do. You heard my man's opinion, but my opinion is, you know, I fuck with his opinion, and my opinion is do what you love and what you want to do. If I can't tell, cool. And if you dope enough to even tell me, I fuck with that even more. Hey, G, them real? Hell no. Oh, man, you funny as hell, but I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. I'm going to fuck with you.
Hey, I respect you motherfuckers just being real about it. I'm saying it's real.
Real shit. So, man, where we at, man? Damn, we 40 minutes in on this shit. So, you know what? Before we even leave, man, you know, because there's one thing that we didn't do, which is, you know, which should be done at all times. You know, we ain't tap on a few current events, man. One of the first ones, you know, we're going to tap on is what's going on with, you know, the whole cancellation of, you know, Kyrie Irving. How do you feel about it, you know, in the NBA? Like, what is he going through? Like, the Nike, the council, you know what I mean? All this, like, he just posted a video, right? A link to a video.
Yeah.
This shit sound kind of horrible, though. You know what I mean? Like, then they said they got everybody coming down on him, talking crazy about him, Shaq and, you know, people like this. And I ain't even really get all the details. You got any details on this information? Like, draw with me on this? Like, but all I know is I watched Kyrie Irving interview and I end up buying the movie. I ain't even watched the full movie yet, but I know they're talking about some history, some truth to some of the history that they're saying. But at the end of the day, everybody get counseled for bringing it up. So, what do you feel?
Yeah, I ain't really go too deep in on the Kyrie stuff, but like, you know, I seen like his interview they had got on about like retweeting a movie or whatever, and they was trying to say it was some anti-Semitic stuff in it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. But I mean, Kyrie ain't do nothing wrong
in the movie.
I mean, I ain't seen the movie, so I don't know.
I've been watching it, trying to check it out, like, you know, but, you know, I feel like people have their own opinion. It's just like, I can watch a movie and be like, this movie racist. Like, it's a lot of movies that I feel they do racist things, how they treat the black person in the movie. They die first all the time and this and that. You know, so it's a lot of movies that I can say this is racist. You know, so, but, you know, we ain't gonna get too far deep into that. Then we got the whole thing with Ye. What you think? What is your opinion on Ye right now? Is he like on some tyrant shit right now, just going crazy, or is he on some genius shit? People don't know which way to go. A lot of people saying like, hey man, he knows exactly what he's doing. He got out these deals, so he can be completely independent.
Hey, I put it to you like this. One thing nobody wants to say is two things can be true at the same time, bro. You can be crazy as hell right now and a genius. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could both be true. Like, but, you know, like, I mean, if he was really just trying to get out of his deal, then, I mean, he got out that motherfucker. He got what he wanted. Like, but I can't judge him until I see the result of everything. You know what I mean? I gotta see where he goes. Like, does he have a plan? Is he doing a rebound after this? So, because I can't call him a genius if he come out of this with nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta wait and see.
Yeah. You right.
Like, he just look crazy right now. Yeah. Ain't shit going, but it's like, if he come out of this with some crazy new shit, it's like, hey.
Did you see that visual he dropped? Man, that shit was kind of cold. He dropped a visual like it was a man dressed how he be dressing. Like, it was like a crazy like denim outfit on. He was just like running and shit in some alleys and garbage can. It was like a video game and shit. And then he started putting that porn in the German's face and shit at Adidas and shit. Like, Kanye West, he went to the meeting at Adidas and he played porn for the execs. You know what I'm saying? In the meeting. And he filmed it and put it in his music video. That man
oh, wow.
That's probably why they canceled. I want that video still out. If that video's still up, I'm gonna put a link to that video in the description.
For some years, but
that video funny as hell. But you know, he been on one, man. It definitely been. I would say he been on one. You know, it definitely definitely look crazy sometimes. You know, I definitely got some compassion for Kanye, but I see, I be understanding. It be feeling like this my inner craziness on the outside. Cause when he's saying shit, I'm like, you know, the crazy me understand that. You know what I mean? Type of shit and stuff like that. Like I can see that. I can see if I wasn't as collected and if I didn't, you know, I'd say this in that way. You know what I mean? Type of shit. But at the end of the day, then I can see also, like you say, maybe it's the genius of the moves, the marketing moves. And like I'm gonna do some shit that I don't even like. I'm not even thinking deep if I say like white lives matter. It's like cause they do. So I ain't saying that they don't. I'm just saying that they do today. But I'm knowing that this gonna go viral. That's why he's doing it. And I'm thinking like a person like that, you done got, you know, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that you an old head and you figuring out how to use the internet. A lot of old heads don't know how to use the internet and know how to make things go viral. So I be thinking like he's using these things for these reasons to gain attention, to go viral, this and that. But I don't think he knew he was gonna get dropped from everything and every label and all this. But I feel like what he was saying on Nori channel that they said was anti-Semitic, I feel like he literally was trying to say some history. No, it was really he was saying he was gonna drop a bomb or something like that on some Jews or something. See, he shouldn't have said that. That's why he's apologizing and all that. That was about that tweet. That's what he messed up at. And then Nori shit, they took the whole video down, so I know he said something in there. But I was saying what he was saying, I could tell this is something he's getting from historians and people that's around him and stuff like that, that's trying to, man, give him history about who he is and try to get him back on his king. You a black king and this and that. But they don't mean you just go out and just spewing it before you even know half of it for real. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he's just that type of guy. Like, man, I got this message. I'm finna let it out there right now. I ain't finna, you know, write it down and overthink. You know what I mean? I don't know, so.
I ain't gonna lie, with that White Lives Matter shirt, I feel like people was tweaking too hard on it. Cause I'm like, bro, because didn't he do that shirt with Balenciaga? Or was that just a Yeezy shirt?
I think that was just a Yeezy shirt, I think.
Well, either way it goes, I'm pretty sure he was taxing for that bitch. And I'm like, bro, he didn't. And this goes back to when I say, bro, they don't make this shit for y'all. Why is y'all complaining about it? He made that shirt because he knew some rich white people was gonna buy it. He was gonna take their money. He was not really thinking about no white lives matter.
Exactly.
He was like, bro, I'm finna do this at this high fashion, little fashion show.
Paris.
And then I'm finna display this and a bunch of rich people gonna buy it.
They want it right now.
You feel me? Like,
you know what I mean? That's basically what I was, you know, part of what I was getting at. Like, it's always like a little genius behind the move he's making. But one thing I can say too, you know, you can see it in the documentary. How his mother was someone that will hold him down, and she probably, if she was around, his message would have been more, you know, put together. Maybe, you know, at this point, it would have been less all over the place. You know, he'd be all up, and he'd be saying he want to scream, he feeling bipolar and all this and that. But I think that's really what we're going to talk about, and we're going to get to that, is the choices that you make. And like I say, man, I got love for Ye, but I feel like he definitely made choices. He's like, I don't know if that was the right choice to really just. I still love Kim, but I got with this model that was doing this and that, all type of stuff in the public eye already. Now when I get with her, I'm telling her, don't wear this, don't wear that. You know, they were showing it on the Kardashian show. They exposing them, asking her not to wear certain things and woo-woo. But she already done posed already butt naked and already done made porn tapes and this and that. So, you know, it's just like, sometimes you want what you think you want because of the appetite and the taste for it. But you have to be sometimes more patient, and you need to make better decisions for yourself. Like, nah, who's going to keep me sane? What want me to keep me grounded? You know, type of thing. That's how I'm brainstorming, man. Like, you know, it's a lot on my mind. You know, it's been a lot going on. It's a lot on my mind. So I'm just expressing just how I feel about that, you know? We had y'all here long enough. I need y'all just to tap in and tune in with your boy. We're going to be here almost every Wednesday. I think that's what we shooting for. If not, we might come even more. But until then, I need y'all to, you know, focus on your goals. You know what I'm saying? Build up your wealth, your mental health. And don't forget to do for self, man. You know, how you feel? You got something to say for people?
Man, shit. I'm glad you brought me through, you know. I'll slide through again if you want me to.
Yeah, you know. We shooting this shit, man. We just shooting this shit. See, today, I didn't really have like a whole show written out. I'm just going off the notes of, you know, how I want the show to be, which I showed y'all in the last joint. But eventually, I'm gonna have the whole show written out. But right now, I'm just showing y'all like how you really can do shit off the fly and off the fun. Like, man, bro, we just sitting there talking for an hour anyway about this shit. So it's like, why not just film it? So, you know, don't be afraid to put that shit out, y'all. Put that content out. Because I know I used to hold a lot of content. That's why I think it stopped me from being on the levels and levels and levels where I know I can be on. But it's like, put this content out. We was talking about earlier, too. Don't forget to do something with that content. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as advertising it, promoting it, you know? And make sure the people see it. And because it's a lot of people that's like you. It's a lot of people that'll fuck with the shit you do. I don't need to curse like that. It's a lot of people that'll mess with what you do. You just need to create victory, baby. Tap in.